So the first thing is get close. And I said it's counterintuitive, right? Somebody takes a big swing at your head, you want to run away. But you're not running away from my punch hits, you're running into my kicks. Right? In other words, we're here in boxing range, right? And he's worried about that hook. He's worried about that hook. So he moves away from that hook. He'll do the wrong thing. Not what I trained you in 20 years to do right. Now that's the right thing. Why? Because you see what he did when he went in. And he did an angle. It makes it even harder for me to hit him. But if most people, when they see a big hook, what do? They run away. Well, he's out of the range of my hand, right? He's in the range of my leg. That was nice. That wasn't even hard. Come on. Ask Andy. I almost broke his rib there. Yeah. Didn't need to. It's just nice. So in other words, if you run away, and again, context is everything, right? In Western boxing, sometimes he doesn't step, he leans. And he gets out of the range of the hook, and it's okay because he comes right back in. But if you do that with kickboxing and you lean, your legs are just sitting there, right? Or what we do, which is more mixed, if you lean, and now your legs are light because you're doing this. So again, like you may have gone to a boxing gym and they told you, well, the guy hooks, just slide back. Yeah, it's perfect for boxing. Because all I can do is box you more. All I can do is throw more punches at you. But if I can elbow you, I can knee you, I can headbutt you, I can grab you, I can kick you, I can sweep you. Poke in the eyes, whatever. It's a different context. I told you it's counter-instinctual, but get close. Get close. Be like white on rice, right? Red pepper. Because little space, right? You're not here, right? Why can't you hit me? Why can't you headbutt me? Why can't you knee me? Kick me, right? But if I come in here, all of a sudden it becomes much harder, right? Now notice something. My head, my shoulder, and my hips are one straight line perpendicular to the floor. And my hip goes in. So if he does try to knee, I'm on his center, right? I'm not even really throwing him yet, right? But also I'm kind of slipping his knee, right? So I said, this is half the equation, right? In other words, don't get hit. You see this distance? This means he's going to hit me again, right? But if I come in, it's hard to move. Hit me, right? So for example, now again, people are used to walking like this. And a lot of martial arts teach that, like front stance walking, front stance walking, front stance walking. The more you switch your feet, though, the more likely you are to get tripped up or get lost. I prefer orthodox because if people have striking training, most people are taught orthodox. Boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, left leg forward. If you don't want to do that, okay, it's still a free country. But if you ask my professional opinion, left leg forward. There are people with strengths. So, if I'm used to this structure, I'm shuffling up. I'm shuffling up. Right? So if he's throwing the left, now, if this one is wrapping, I want my head on this side. For a couple of reasons. First reason is if I put my head over here, I'm not holding this hand, this one hit me. Right? Whereas if I put it over here, it makes it automatically harder for him to hit me. Second of all, my head is really the heaviest part of my body. So if I put my head where his arm is, it's heavier, right? You feel it, right? If I'm here, you won't feel like I'm dragging on you. In fact, yeah. In fact, he can unbalance me. As soon as I put my head over here. So, if he comes with the other hand, I'll still shuffle in. I'll put my head over here. Again, I'm away from that other hand, so it's harder to hit him. And I'm putting my weight on the arm that I've covered. And that's important, right? We're talking about combat Shuai Jiao now. I mean, Shuai Jiao is strikes, free fighting. If you do classical Shuai Jiao, it's a little bit more like judo. They lock up. And one of the first things you learn is that I don't throw you from here. Because if I go like this, you have no weight on your legs. Right? I throw you by putting weight on your legs. Right? So, I'm always saying, sometimes you should train with jackets, sometimes you should train without jackets. If it's December and everybody's wearing a jacket, great, you have a handle to throw people around with, to pull them into your punches. If it's August and you're in Coney Island, nobody's going to be wearing a jacket. Get used to getting your grips. And some of you know they're nasty grips, right? Basic ones are like, arm-headed, but you can actually grab fleshes. It doesn't matter. Principles will be the same. You need to load somebody. In other words, you need to put their weight, make them heavy, and then attack where the weight is. So, if he goes hook, I'm pretty sure the weight is there because the arm is connected to the leg. If he goes overhand, I can be sure that the weight's over there. So far, I haven't talked about the rear hand. Generally, I slide it underneath the umbrella. Okay? One, it's harder for him to hit me now because I'm controlling the shoulder. Right? Second, it helps me unbalance him because this one's pulling down while this one's lifting up. So turning up. A wheel. Does the other hand. Boom, here. Again, it's harder for me to hit me, right? Because I'm kind of connected to your hand. And when I'm doing that, I'm also taking it off down. Okay, so this angle. Hook comes. As I lead with the shoulder, I put the arm in. Overhand comes. I'm leading with this shoulder. This arm comes. Okay? So these are two ways of getting clinched. Very, very non-attribute. You don't have to be fast. You don't have to be strong. You just have to go, oh shit, and tie them up. Now, we have to talk about, like I said, if we're both what we call orthodox, we both have our left leg forward, right? You have front, right? Everybody understands that front, right? His hands are up, those are doors, right? Because the good stuff is on the inside, right? I punch his arms, no, punch his face, punch his body, right? If somehow I get behind him, that's the back. Hard to get to. Happens, but generally speaking, he's not going to stand there while I walk around and attack him from behind. So I have the side. But I have two sides. Now, if this leg is forward, this is the side outside. This is the side inside. Which means if he switches his feet, right? This becomes the outside, this becomes the inside. If he's got orthodox, left leg forward, and he throws the hook, when I'm here, once I get close, remember, now I can't go through him, right? Assuming that he goes to his training. We have a term, we said we don't idiot test. I don't develop techniques for people that have no training and are morons. It's not going to help me if I have to fight somebody next skill. I always assume that the other person I'm fighting is equally trained, if not better trained. So when I go through you, you cast with the front of your toes, you sink in a little bit, you put your shoulder in, I can't go forward, right? I go to the side. Bring the outside side. Right? I'm here. I can also go to the inside side. Though from this grip, I generally don't do that. The overhook side is the side that you want to step. So if we're orthodox and he throws a hook, my right arm is covering his left arm. I'm going to step to my right side. If he threw the overhand instead, now the overhook is on the left arm. I step with the left. Notice when I say, look at it. Look at how I'm stepping when I say I step to my left. My right foot took me right, so my left foot takes me left. So let's do this. I'm off balance already. And like, for example, if he ducked under my arm, I don't want him behind me. So, from a fighting stance, the right is a full step. The left is a shuffle step. And for me, that's the same. He threw a hook, I blocked with my right, I stepped with my right. He threw an overhand, I blocked with my left, I stepped with my left. If he switched his stance and threw a hook first, it's still my left arm, so I still left step. If he threw an overhand from here, it's the right. What's going to be different is that now I'm on the inside as opposed to the outside. I'm orthodox. My left leg is forward. So regardless of which punch he throws, my left leg takes me in. First, I get close. White arm race, right? Where he can't hit me. Then I decide, well, I'm going to step. So if he did the hook, now I step. Because if we're just like this, right, like, dancing, the center is not inside him, it's not inside him, it's here. Which means that neither one of us really controls it. When I do this, I can control the center, right, with my hip. So first I have to make the connection. Then I can load you easily. In other words, it's hard for me to do that here. All right? Here, I can do it because I'm close. I'm going to do it with my step even more so.